Good morning. It is Run Disney time. It's Thursday before the 5K tomorrow on Friday, and it is time to go to the Expo, get our bibs, and go to the store. So it is currently 2 minutes before the virtual queue opens for the Expo. So we're gonna get our virtual queue, and then when it's our time, head over there, get our bibs, do some shopping, and check out and see what it's like. So let's go. So the virtual queue comes up just like all the other virtual queues for Tron. Guardians of the Galaxy and that sort of thing. So let's just give it another 2 minutes and then we can get our place and see what time we can go. Right, there we go, group 55. So it says wait time 155 minutes. What's that? Just under 3 hours, and it opens in, it's 8:30 now, it opens at 10, so it opens in an hour and a half, so not too bad. Should be there about 2 hours after it opens, I guess. So let's go get some breakfast and stuff and then head over there when it opens. Let's go and get on the bus then and see how this works. I assume there's going to be a bus to the Expo out the front of the hotel. Let's hope there is. This is Port Orleans French Quarter we're staying at. It's quite a nice resort actually. It's fairly small, and all of the rooms had this New Orleans style theming and vibe. Your time at the Expo is split up into multiple parts that you can do in any order you like. You need to pick up your bibs. There's one per event you entered, so I got the 5k and challenge bib, which I used for the 10k and half marathon. You get your bib numbers ahead of time on a check-in pass, and you use this bib number to find the stall to get your bib from. If you're doing multiple events, you need to visit multiple stalls, and you'll need ID to get the bib. In this room, there's also photo ops with PhotoPass photographers, and they had a station set up to test the timing chips in the bibs. After you have the bibs, you head on into the Expo and exchange your tear off on your bib for a race shirt. There's shirts per events you enter, and different stores you go to for each shirt. Then you're free to explore the Expo, which has various stalls selling running and Disney themed merchandise. Finally, there's the Run Disney merchandise store. You'll need the virtual queue pass we got earlier for that, and once your virtual queue is called, you can enter. This has the official Run Disney merch. It's set out with aisles for each of the weekend's events, and then there's also generic Run Disney themed items. It is 2 AM and it is time to get ready for the first of the 3 weekends races. So it's the 5k today, and the buses start running in about an hour, so we need to get ready and get over there. Let's have a quick look at what we're doing. So we have pre-race breakfast. We went to the supermarket, got some porridge, got some muffin bars, and we got tea from the restaurant yesterday. So we're gonna have some breakfast before we go, and then we have all of our stuff out ready to get ready to go. So let's get something to eat, let's get ready, and then let's get out of here before it gets too late. Alright, breakfast making was a success. We have tea and porridge, so let's eat that and then let's get out of here. Right then, this is it, we're ready. We got our bib on, we got our Milan bib attached with the magnets we picked up yesterday, and yeah, we're ready to go. So it's 2:45. So let's go get the bus that starts at 3 and see what this is like. We are also bringing the gear check bag, so got a poncho, some sweets, and a towel for afterwards, and then we got this Primark jumper thing to keep us warm in the corral. So let's go see how all this works. Well, this is Port Orleans French Quarter at 2:45 AM, if you ever wondered what that's like. Slightly worryingly, no one else is around. Where is everyone else going to this thing? But anyway, it's kind of chilly. It's not as cold as yesterday actually, and it's quite early. Let's head to the bus. I see the bus. Oh, there's another one there as well. Let's get on it. It's kind of chilly. Right, we made it to the start area. Looks like the gear bags are this way, so let's go check this in and then see what's happening. Before heading to the corrals, there's entertainment and photo ops. Let's go join the corral and see what that's like. There's the corrals and there's some water over there, so oh look, there's the station first. Let's go get some water. First we're in D, which is mostly empty. The 5k starts at some backstage areas of Epcot and then heads into the park, doing a loop up through World Showcase before heading back to the ball and back out into the car park to finish. We're at 3k, my hands have warmed up and we're going through World Showcase. L2, kilometre something.
It's Princess Weekend!
And that is that. I've got a medal, my hand's very cold, and it's time to go back to the hotel and warm up. I'm not entirely sure where I left off outside. My hands were so cold, I couldn't really do much, and I just wanted to get warm. But let's do the summary now here, back at the hotel where it's nice and warm. The 5k was really, really cool. You start out in the Epcot parking lot, you go around some back road, then you go through World Showcase, which is pretty cool. There's representatives from the country out with their flags cheering you along. There's a whole bunch of character stops along the way, and then you head back towards the ball, where there's a photo op. I got my picture there, and then you go past it, back round and out into the parking lot again to finish. It was a really cool race. Spaceship Earth is lit up really nicely, and yeah, it's quite a nice atmosphere. It's a lot of people walk it. So yeah, it's such a cool race that was, and at the end I felt like I could keep going, because that's good for the 10.5. So yeah, overall the 5k was super enjoyable. When you finish, you get a medal, which I think I might have shown in various clips, but here's a nicer shot. You get this medal, the Mulan themed medal. It's different on each side. And then when I got back to the hotel, they're doing Mardi Gras beads for the runners. I guess it's because it's the Port Orleans French Quarter Hotel. So yeah, that was nice. Getting back to the hotel was super easy as well. It was just on the coach, and it takes you straight back here. It wasn't much of a wait, and yeah, that was a cool event. Got this little snack box thing. When you finished, you get some sort of tortilla chips, some cheese, some Skittles, toast, an energy waffle, assorted fruits, some Skittles, and a freshening wipe. And also got a bottle of water and bottle of Powerade. So that's nice. I can save this for later. The gear check was super easy as well. There's no line or anything when I got back there. You just have to hand them the little token they give you, and they give you a bag. Afterwards as well, there were some photo ops. So the same photo ops as before the race, with the evil witch from Snow White, Mulan, and Abu from Aladdin was there, and as well as that there were backgrounds like Run Disney and a photographer taking pictures with your medals. That's the end of this vlog, and then tomorrow we'll pick up a new one for the 10k, so catch you then. It's Saturday, it's 2 a.m. again, and we're getting ready for the 10k today. So same breakfast as last time, same deal as yesterday. It worked quite well, so let's get ready. The travel kettle from Amazon, and that means we can make porridge and tea, which is nice. And one of these muffin bars from the store here, and then same setup as yesterday, but this time we're going for an hour plus. So we're taking the Lucasade energy gels as well. These are the open ear headphones, which worked really well yesterday. Could still hear the music and the crowds and the stuff, so that was nice. Yeah, so let's get ready and then let's go to the bus again. Once again, it is not very warm. It's warmer than yesterday though, so hopefully things are a bit better. I've got my little blanket thing that you get at the end as well today, so can always wrap up in that. I got these hoodies from Primark. They were the cheapest ones they sold for like £9, and I wear them, and then you can donate them at the start line, take them off and donate them, so you can stay warm in the corrals, and then you don't have to wear it for the event, and it gets donated, so that's nice.
The 10k is based at Epcot also. You start off running down through the parking booths and out up onto an on-ramp onto the highway, before circling back up another ramp and into Epcot. You navigate some backstage areas before looping around the boardwalk at the back of the park, and then running through World Showcase back to the ball and into the car park to finish.
Dance party.
That's 10k complete. I got
why are you here, sir? What's your name?
the medal. It is much later. I've been asleep. I was tired. But yeah, that was the Princess 10k. That was a really enjoyable race. It was nicer being a bit longer than the 5k. You got to go through a bit more of Epcot, but we can start at the start. So the start is probably the worst part of that. You run out of Epcot, down the highway, up and on ramp, and then back round and through into Epcot again. That was the worst part. It had some elevation, like the ramp isn't particularly fun to run up. It's not that steep though compared to some of the hills in Parkrun, so that was nice as well. Well prepared for it, but it's just a bit boring. It has some character meets and stuff like that, but it's dark, it's a road, it's nowhere near as good as Epcot. But then we ran into Epcot. That was the start of the good parts. So it's a similar course to the 5k, but you go out onto the boardwalk and then back around into World Showcase to get the extra miles, and that's really cool. The boardwalk's quite nice, lit up in the early morning, and then you get to go through Epcot and all the countries again with people out in the countries, and then you finish in the same place as yesterday. So yeah, the 10k was enjoyable. I had a good time. It was way warmer, so I wasn't completely freezing, and then afterwards got some photos. So yeah, I really enjoyed the 10k, and then now we just wait for tomorrow for the final half marathon, which I think will be alright. This is it then, finally half marathon time. We did the 5, we did the 10. This is our last 1:45 a.m. wake up to go to a race at Disney. So let's head over to Epcot and go run half a marathon. It feels a lot warmer today. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing for running half a marathon, but you still won't be freezing in the corrals.
The half was noticeably busier than the 5 and 10k, with the buses starting earlier. You start off at Epcot and then head on the highway towards Magic Kingdom. Eventually you reach the Polynesian and Grand Floridian, where they had the water parade out, and then you head on into the Magic Kingdom. take a right and loop around Magic Kingdom past the castle where they have a bunch of photographers working in parallel. And then you exit through Tomorrowland and out past the Contemporary into the Magic Kingdom parking lot. From there, it's a long trek down a very dull highway back towards Epcot. It picks up again at mile 12 when you enter Epcot and head towards the finish line.
I did it! You got 2 medals.
It is many hours later. I've been asleep and doing nothing. But yeah, the Princess Half Marathon is done. That was fantastic. So you start off in Epcot, you go out onto the highway and down towards Magic Kingdom. There's character stops and stuff along the way. There's water and things like that, but those sections are really quite dull. It was the same when you went out of Epcot and then back in for the 10k. The highway sections are a bit dull, but then going down to Magic Kingdom, it was kind of, you've just started, feeling good. It's not too bad. And we saw the front runners passes on the way back to Epcot as we were running down there, so they were pretty quick. Then you go past the Polynesian, you just skirt past the outside, and then you go into the Grand Floridian and around their walkway. So you go past the Seven Seas Lagoon where they have the water pageant out, all lit up and playing the music, and then you go down some fairly narrow pathways and into the entrance to Magic Kingdom. That bit you pretty much kind of have to walk because there's so many people in the narrow walkways, but it's fine. And then you go into Magic Kingdom, which is kind of like the reason you do this, right? There's a load of people there spectating. You go into Magic Kingdom, and you run down Main Street and towards the castle, and that is probably the best part of the whole event, getting to go down Main Street and run around Magic Kingdom. You take a left, you go through past Tiana's, go back round, and you go through Fantasyland and through the castle. And then as you go down, there's photo ops and stuff. There were 6 cast members taking photos in front of the castle in parallel. They got that sorted out really well. I waited 2 minutes. It was shorter than all the character stops I did. But then you get out through Future? What the hell is it called? Futureland? Tomorrowland. You go out through Tomorrowland and then back out, essentially beginning your journey back to Epcot. And that's about the 10k mark, 10 kilometers. So you go out, you go past the Contemporary, through the car park and back onto the highway, and that was the hardest bit. You've just done the best part of the event, and now you're at the halfway point and you have to run down the highway again. There's character stops and things like that. The sun had come up by this point, so it was getting warmer. Fortunately, it wasn't too warm. But you're running down the highway again, you're just over the halfway point, and you have to do it all again, and you don't have the excitement of Magic Kingdom there, but got through that. 16k onwards was pretty tough. I injured my hamstring. I hadn't ran more than 5k for about a month, and before I injured myself, I'd got to about 16k in training, so past 16k it was tough. You enter Epcot again the same way you go in for the 10k sort of thing. Go down the highway, up the big on-ramp, up another ramp, and then you get into Epcot. And then Epcot is kind of at mile 12, I think you go in. You go into Epcot, you're having a much better time at this point. There's no spectators back, you're in Epcot. It's way more exciting than running down the highway. And then you finish, you do a loop through some parts of Epcot. You don't go around World Showcase this time, but you go through some parts of Epcot, you go down and then back around to the finish line where it was been for all the other events, and then you're done. Yeah, that's a fantastic race. I really enjoyed that. So now I am going to go to Ohana, where I've got a dinner reservation. I'm going to go eat a lot of food because I am starving, and hopefully not walk too much because my legs are sore. And that's it. I also did the Princess Yoga, but it rained the entire time, so there's no footage of that. The yoga session was quite good, it's just not really possible to do it correctly in the pouring rain. If you like this video, please like and subscribe, and catch you next time.